5 key things that we must learn and rewire in order to be a better roamer. So lock in, because the first pillar is mindset. Having a good mindset in Rainbow Six Siege means you're not tilting and you're not constantly blaming your teammates. We must take full control and accountability for how we play these games. Without self-reflection, there is no room for growth. In order for these pillars of change to stand, we need a good foundation, which is having a good mindset. And that relies on being confident and being positive. Now, does that mean have an ego and think yourself is better? No. That won't lead to improvement. We need the balance of confidence and willingness to learn. So now we have our foundational mindset for success. Now we can start rewiring and learning the core things of how to roam in Siege. And that leads us to the second pillar of success, which is game sense. Game sense is the innate sense of knowing what to do and when to do it. You hear smoke go off and you think to C4 it, or your teammate says they're top square, so you rotate around and flank them. Being proactive and being aware of what is happening and using your knowledge to counter that is game sense. Knowing where all the staircases are, the best angles to hold on main entryways that the attackers take, where to rat to avoid being seen and surprise them, where the best flanking routes are to take. All of these things require knowledge and time to fully understand. If you don't know all the map layouts and the best angles to hold, or where the attackers mainly push from, well, you gotta lock in, because that's what it's gonna take if your goal is to get better. So far we have our mindset and our game sense. And that leads us to our third pillar of success, which is timing. Siege is all about timing. Well, maybe not all about timing, but it's very important. So what do I mean by timing? Let's say you're in a gunfight and you hear an attacker reloading his gun. Now would be the perfect time to swing. That is good timing. Using sound cues and poor attacker positioning to your advantage. Poor timing would be spawn peeking on match point and getting slammed, putting your team down a man for the rest of the round. That is not good timing. Use the information you have and react to that information. The Siege round timer is a countdown to when they have to plant. So with that information, as a roamer, your job is to waste as much time and to make them focus on you instead of getting to the objective. If you waste a minute and a half of their time, regardless whether you get a kill or not, you've done your job, because they now only have a minute and a half to drone, clear utility, and come up with a push and plant. Using time correctly and having good timing as a roamer is one of the most important things to learn. And that brings us to what I believe is the most important thing to learn as a roamer in Siege. So with that being said, our fourth pillar of success is positioning. Positioning in Siege is one of the most important aspects to understand, because it is the one thing that can counter anything. Good positioning can prevent pushes, or on the flip side, make retakes easier. But what is good positioning? To put it simply, having good position gives you the most control and safety in a given area. For example, rafters on Clubhouse is a very good power position to hold. It gives you full control over garage, and it gives you insight into cache and security. Siege is swing or be swung when it comes to gunfights, but with good movement, you can lower the chance of a 50-50 by a lot. Are you full body peeking constantly? Are you shooting the same height and angle? By simply learning better movement and how to peek can change the way you play almost instantly. So try this the next time you find yourself in a gunfight. Don't lean and shoot from the same angle over and over again. Quickly lean and assess where they are, and then crouch, lean from a different position, and pre-fire their head height. So far, we have covered our mindset, our game sense, our timing, our movement, and positioning. The fifth and final pillar in today's video about how to be a good roamer in Siege is objective. Your job as a roamer in Siege is to slow pushes and waste time. Shooting drones and preventing the attackers from gathering intel is the main goal. Kills are secondary. The worst roamer to play against is the annoying one that just doesn't go away. The problem people have when roaming is being too aggressive, extending too far to try and get kills. When your value as a roamer is in you being alive and being annoying. If you have ever played Overwatch, you know the idea of poking the enemy. You're doing just enough damage to be annoying, but you're not putting yourself in great danger. That's the idea of being a roamer in Siege. If you focus on these 5 pillars, I can guarantee you success as a roamer. If you focus on these 5 pillars, your mindset, your game sense, your timing, your positioning, your movement, and knowing what your objective is as a roamer, stop chasing clips, start playing with a purpose. If you guys would like to see an attacker side of this video, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really liked it and you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. It's been your boy Rags. See ya. Okay, I'm not using that.